Here are the 7 main credit card rules that you need to know. Rule number 1 is to know your monthly cap. The amount of money you spend on a monthly basis should stay about the same and will consist of recurring expenses like small subscriptions that you can put on your credit card and your daily purchases like groceries, gas, and other things you buy throughout the month. Your monthly credit card cap should stay at about 20-30% of your take-home pay. So generally, if you make $5,000 a month, your credit card spending should stay within $1,200. Of course, each person's finances are different, and if you have special circumstances like traveling for work several times a month, this will impact your number. So make sure to take into account your specific situation when calculating your monthly cap. Your total credit limit is a total amount of money you can potentially spend using your credit card. It is not the same as monthly cap, and in most cases, you should never come close to spending that amount. Rule number 2 is to review your spending weekly. Keeping a close eye on your money gives you greater control of it and greater flexibility to adjust your spending. For example, for a monthly cap of $1,000, weekly cap is $250. Pick a day of the week where you check on your spending, make sure that you're on track, and make any adjustments that you need. Rule number 3 is to autopay your balance in full. There are a few numbers on your credit card statement, and the one that you need to pay is your statement balance. To enroll in autopay, link your bank account to your credit card account, select statement balance to be paid on due date, and repeat that every month. Rule number 4 is to use one credit card only. If you have multiple credit cards, make sure that their balance is at 0 with no pending transactions. Put them in the drawer and don't use them. Having multiple credit cards can lead to cluttering your mind with remembering which cards you used and how much you spent on each. Sticking to one credit card will help you avoid complicating your finances, will help you avoid missed payments, late fees, and spending more than you can pay for. There can be situations where you would use more than one card. For example, if you're traveling and need a card that charges 0 transaction fees in a foreign country, or if you travel a lot and you have a special travel reward credit card. If you have special circumstances, be sure to either make it routine so you have a system of paying it off every month, or make it temporary so that once the use case is over, pay it off and go back to your normal state of things. Rule number 5 is to be realistic about rewards. Average cashback offered by credit card is 1.5% to 2%. This means that for every $100 spent, you can get $1.5 to $2 or $15 to $20 for $1,000 spent. After a full year, you're looking at about $200 in rewards if you're spending $1,000 a month. Setting up a simple financial system where you allocate and save money for a trip is a lot more reliable than not planning ahead and magically expecting to have enough rewards to travel. Rewards is a nice but a very small perk of a credit card, not anything to rely on. And if you adjust your expectations, it's easier to stop chasing the free offers or special categories that take your focus away from setting up the right financial system and clutter your mind with various deadlines. Rule number 6, don't use split payment or pay later offers. I'm talking about offers that you get at checkout from companies like Affirm or Afterpay or others that allow you to split your payment in 4 or pay it after a certain amount. These are essentially virtual credit cards that complicate your money system and require a credit check, which can negatively impact your credit score. If you can't afford to pay for it in full, don't buy it until you can. Rule number 7, regularly check your credit score 3 to 4 times a year. If you already have a credit card, you can check it right in your account. If you don't, sign up for an account with one of the 3 major credit bureaus, Experian, Equifax, or TransUnion. These companies track and report your FICO score. FICO is a proprietary algorithm that is used to calculate your score. The scores reported by each of the credit bureaus might be slightly different because they will depend on the information these companies independently gather about you. You can use any of them to check your credit score, no credit card required, and there's no impact on your credit if you're checking your own score. I would avoid signing up on other sites like Credit Karma, Mint, etc. These are third parties that pull information from the original source. Although they're free, you'd still be required to share your personal information with them, and that is the cost in itself. Before credit score existed, lending decisions were based on subjective factors like personal relationships or local reputation. The first credit scoring model was introduced to help lenders in evaluating potential borrowers' risk levels almost 100 years ago. Over the years, it evolved and now serves as a transparent measure of your financial reliability. Your credit score consists of several factors. Payment history. This tracks if you pay back on time. Credit utilization tracks how much credit you use. General rule is not to use more than 30% 50% of your credit limit. So if your limit is $10,000, don't use more than $3,000 on a monthly basis. Length of credit history is another factor. You can have the best financial habits and a healthy savings account, but if you've never borrowed from someone and paid it off, there's no record of how good you are with money. The more history you have of paying off debt, the higher your credit score. So be sure to keep your longest credit account open. Another component of your credit score is your credit mix. This is the variety of credit types you have. Lenders like to see a well-rounded mix, such as a car loan, a credit card, mortgage, or personal loan. A diverse credit mix shows that you're capable of managing different types of debt responsibly, and this can positively reflect on your credit score. Number of new credit inquiries, the less the better. Consider this if you have something important coming up like a car purchase or home purchase. Don't apply for a credit card in the same year. Credit score ranges between 300 and 850, and your goal is to have your score be above 740. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.